Have you ever wondered how a poor boy selling newspapers in a small town became the President of India and one of the most loved leaders in the world? This is not just the story of a scientist. This is the story of a dreamer, a teacher, and a man who taught us that with hard work and courage, even the impossible becomes possible. This is the story of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the People's President, the Missile Man of India. There are some people who live like a candle. They burn themselves but give light to others. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was one such man. He was born in a poor family, in a small town, with no big advantages. But his dreams were bigger than the sky. Through his hard work, honesty, and faith, he became one of the most respected leaders of India and the world. Kalam was not just a scientist. He was a man who believed in the power of youth, the beauty of dreams, and the greatness of a simple life. His journey from a small house in Rameswaram to Rashtrapati Bhavan, the house of the President of India, is a story of courage, faith, and determination. Kalam was born on 15th October 1931 in Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. His house was small, made of wood and bricks, but filled with love and values. His father, Jainulabdin, was not rich, but he was wise and deeply respected. He owned a boat, which was used to ferry people across the sea near Rameswaram. His mother, Ashiamma, was a kind and caring lady who often fed people even when the family itself had very little. Kalam's family was not wealthy. Sometimes there was not enough money even for basic needs. But what they gave Kalam was something more valuable than money: honesty, kindness, and discipline. As a child, Kalam was shy, quiet, and full of curiosity. He would spend hours on the seashore, watching the waves, the boats, and the birds flying freely in the sky. These early experiences shaped his dreams of flight. When Kalam was very young, the world was in trouble because of the Second World War. This war affected even small towns like Rameswaram. To support his family, Kalam started working. Every morning before sunrise, he would collect newspapers and deliver them around the town. He ran from one street to another with energy and joy. Though it was tiring, Kalam never complained. In fact, he felt proud that he could help his family. This small job taught him discipline and time management. It also taught him dignity of labor, that no work is small if done with honesty. Kalam went to Rameswaram Elementary School. He was not the top student at first, but he was always curious. He loved mathematics and science. His teachers noticed his hunger to learn. One of his favorite teachers was Iyaduri Salomon. He once told young Kalam, "To achieve success in life and in studies, you must understand three things: great aim, hard work, and pure honesty." These words became the guiding light of Kalam's life. Another teacher, Siva Subramanya Iyer, showed him how birds fly. He explained the science of aerodynamics. That lesson planted a seed in Kalam's mind, the dream of building airplanes. Kalam studied under street lights at times because his house had no electricity. He borrowed books from friends, read them again and again, and tried to understand every idea. He believed in the power of self-learning. After completing his schooling, Kalam went to St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli and studied physics. But inside his heart, he still dreamed of the sky. He wanted to become an engineer who could build flying machines. So he joined the Madras Institute of Technology to study aeronautical engineering. Life at MIT was not easy. The fees were high, and his family struggled to pay. His sister even sold her jewelry to support his education. Kalam never forgot this sacrifice. At Ras Institute of Technology, Kalam had to work on a difficult aircraft project. His professor warned him that if he could not complete it in time, his scholarship would be cancelled. Kalam worked day and night, sometimes without food or sleep, and completed it on time. This gave him immense confidence. He realized that with dedication, nothing was impossible. After graduation, Kalam applied to join the Indian Air Force. He dreamed of becoming a pilot. Out of 25 candidates, only 8 were selected. Kalam came ninth. His dream was broken. He felt very sad, but instead of losing hope, he accepted destiny. He thought, maybe God has another plan for me. Maybe I am meant to fly not in the cockpit, but in my own way. This was the first big failure of his life, but he converted it into strength. Kalam started his career at the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. Soon after, he moved to the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. At ISRO, Kalam became the project director of India's first satellite launch vehicle, SLV-3. The team worked for years, with many failures in between. But on 18 July 1980, India launched its first satellite Rohini into orbit. This was a historic moment. India had entered the space age. Kalam became a national hero. His success proved that with determination, even a developing country like India could compete in space science. After his work at ISRO, Kalam returned to DRDO and started leading India's missile development program. He played a key role in developing Agni, Prithvi, Nag, Trishul and Akash missiles. These projects gave India great strength and security. His leadership, vision, and teamwork inspired scientists across the country. Because of this, people gave him the title Missile Man of India. But despite all this fame, Kalam remained humble. He never showed pride. He believed that science should always serve humanity. In 1998, India conducted Pokhran-2 nuclear tests. Kalam, as the chief scientific advisor to the Prime Minister, played a very important role. These tests made India a recognized nuclear power. The whole country celebrated, and Kalam once again became the face of India's scientific progress. Yet, even at that moment of great victory, Kalam's message was clear. India should use science for peace, growth, and development, not destruction. In 2002, Kalam was elected as the 11th President of India. This was a proud moment for every Indian. People loved him so much that they called him People's President. He was different from other leaders. He lived a very simple life even in Rashtrapati Bhavan. He wore plain clothes, ate simple food, and spent most of his time with students. He believed that the future of India lay in the hands of its youth. He inspired them to dream big, to study hard, and to work for the nation. Even after completing his term as president in 2007, Kalam did not retire. Instead, he returned to his first love, teaching. He traveled across India, visiting schools, colleges, and universities. He met thousands of students. Wherever he went, he was surrounded by young people eager to hear his words. He encouraged them to think differently, to innovate, and to never give up. He told them that failure is not the end, but the beginning of success. Kalam also wrote many inspiring books. His autobiography, Winds of Fire, is read by millions across the world. Other books like Ignited Minds, India 2020, My Journey, and Turning Points carry his vision and dreams. Through his writings, he shared his belief that India can become a developed nation if the youth are inspired and guided. On 27 July 2015, Kalam was giving a lecture at the Indian Institute of Management, Shillong. While speaking to young students about creating a better future, he suddenly collapsed. He passed away that evening. He left the world doing what he loved the most, inspiring students. His death was mourned not only in India but across the globe. Millions felt that they had lost a teacher, a guide, and a friend. Dr. Kalam's life gives us powerful lessons. Dream big, a boy selling newspapers became the President of India. Nothing is impossible. Work hard, success is not magic, it comes from daily effort. Stay humble, even after becoming president, he lived like a common man. Believe in youth, he always said that the youth are the future of the nation. Serve others, true greatness is in helping others, not in power or money. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was a scientist, a president, and a teacher. But above all, he was a role model. He proved that a person with dreams, courage, and humility can change not only his own life but also the future of a nation. Whenever we feel lost or weak, we must remember his words. Dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action. Dr. Kalam's body is no longer with us, but his spirit lives on in every classroom, every lab, and every heart that dares to dream.